All right, TC here at TVC, the place to be. Naughty by Nature in the house tonight. Just rock the house. Treach, give us your thoughts about this crowd here tonight at Thunder Valley.
It was very massively West Side-ish. They were ready. They were old school, new school, party, thugged out, and Halloweenish. There was a lot of costumes out there.
A lot of freaks too.
A lot of freaks come out at night. The freaks come. Yeah.
We don't have Houdini here, but we do got Naughty by Nature. Oh man. Hey, you guys, East Coast based, really haven't been out to Sacramento, the West Coast very much. What's the interpretation of the West Coast and maybe this crowd specifically compared to East Coast?
I mean, well, we actually always on the West Side. We haven't been to Sacramento in a while, but like just before this, I just came from LA, and we stay out there hitting it up from the Bay to LA in all points. Yeah.
Sacramento, yeah, we haven't been in Sac-town.
So it was a surprise to them. So it was a great feeling. You could tell when they ain't seen you in a few years, they really are ready.
You know, you guys threw a little bit of everything into people. You went back to the roots, you know, the Sugar Hill Gang, Grandmaster Melly Mel, all of that stuff. Talk about, you know, growing up into this environment in New York City and who some of your idols were.
Well, some of the ones that went on stage tonight, Kumo D, the whole Treacherous Three, you know, man, Sugar Hill Gang, like you mentioned, Dougie Fresh, LL
Eric
Cool
B,
J,
Slick Rick, Dougie Fresh, man, Run DMC, Fat Boy, Salt and Pepper, Stetson Sonic.
Yeah.
Man, we could go on forever. We grew up, that was our era that we grew up listening to.
And you guys are very versatile. You know, you go to that hardcore, so to speak, and then you guys, you know, really crossed it over back in the day, you know, with Hip Hop Array and OPP. Talk about how difficult that was.
It wasn't difficult. It was just us doing what we love to do and just making party records. You know, it ain't like we intended on doing anything for any audience, you know, young, old, black, white, whatever you want to call it. We just made what we thought was our version of hip hop, and we just was having fun. And we started off the way we started off and the way it was when we came up back in, actually we came out in the 90s, but starting off and getting our thing going, our groove going in the 80s, it's like you couldn't just get a record deal out of nowhere. It wasn't no YouTube and all that. So you had to rock the clubs, and you had to rock clubs without a record. So you had to know how to rock a party and not have a song out. So that's how we started, and we put that energy into our records, and that's what you get out of us. So when we put those party records and put that energy into our records, that's what you get. You get the OPP, you get Hip Hop Array, and that stuff's universal. Everybody loves the party.
I kind of think that you've got the three levels of the hip hop. You got the originators, you got, you know, Sugar Hill Gang, Curtis Blow, Run DMC. You guys came in the early 90s and did your thing, transformed it, took it to another level. And then now you've got the new age hip hop. Give us your thoughts about what's out there now, and is anybody like Naughty by Nature currently?
Like, I mean,
there ain't too many groups, first of all, now. There's a bunch of solo artists out there now. There is, I mean, seriously, you might can count on your hand. And I know that's a saying, but you really, literally can probably count on your hand how many groups that it is now in the game. There isn't really no groups anymore.
Really, the groups are from my era, Slaughterhouse, and you know what I mean. They bringing it back, the Woo Block.
Yep.
So it's really the group thing is really just coming from the naughty '90s era.
Yep.
Final question: what's the future, Naughty by Nature?
The future is us.
21 years and rolling, keep it rolling.
The same thing, yeah, the same thing. You know, you're gonna continue to see us on stage and doing things like Treach just said. He came from LA. You can continue to see him on the big screen, you know, and doing things. And now, you know, with a lot of stuff being done at home and in the box on television, you know, a lot of stuff that's straight to DVD, a lot of things like that. You're gonna see that, and you're gonna continue to see everything that you've been seeing us do from day one. You'll continue to see that on out.
All right, Naughty by Nature in the house. Great show. Packed it, rocked it as usual here at Thunder Valley Casino. Thanks a lot, fellas.
Baby.
Hey, yo,